Did you know that right this very second, there's a constant two-way conversation happening inside you? It's between your mind and your body, and it literally shapes how you feel, how you think, and what you do. So today, we're going to eavesdrop on that secret conversation, and we'll start with the feeling I think we've all had. Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Your stomach is rumbling, and suddenly the smallest little thing makes you irritable and snappy. Well, that's not just you being in a bad mood. Nope. That's a direct, urgent message from your body to your brain, and it's one of the clearest examples of this whole mind-body connection in action. And it goes way beyond hunger. I mean, think about the brain fog that comes with a terrible night's sleep, or that exhausted feeling from stress. These aren't just random feelings. They're actual conversations. There's signals flying through this incredibly complex network inside us, and today, we're going to learn how to tune in and listen. All right, so our first stop on this tour may surprise you a little bit. It's your gut. And, there's a reason it's often called our second brain. It is doing so much more than just digesting your lunch. It's actually a massive player in your mental and emotional health.
Okay, get ready for this number because it is wild. A whopping 90% of your body's serotonin, that's the key chemical that helps you feel happy and stable, isn't made in your brain. It's made in your gut. Just let that sink in for a second. 90%.
So why is that 90% figure such a game changer? Well, because serotonin is one of the main things responsible for keeping our mood stable and giving us that feeling of well-being. It's pretty simple, really. A happy, healthy gut is a huge step toward a happy, healthy mind.
And the real conductors of this whole orchestra? Trillions of bacteria living in your gut, what we call your microbiome. This little community of microbes is constantly chatting with your brain through what's known as the gut-brain axis. So yeah, what you eat literally feeds the bacteria that then influence how you think and feel.
And hey, this isn't just some fun theory. This is real science. Take a look at this study from Belgium. Researchers found that two specific kinds of gut bacteria, Coprococcus and Dialister, were basically missing in people dealing with depression. But in people who reported a high quality of life, they were there. That's about as direct a link as you can get. Okay, so we know our gut health is a huge factor. But what happens when our body's own defense systems kind of go haywire? Well, that brings us to our next big topic, inflammation. It's supposed to protect us, but it can be a real double-edged sword when it gets stuck in the on position. Normally, inflammation is a good thing. When your body senses an invader, like a virus, your immune system just springs into action. It releases these proteins called cytokines that cause inflammation. It's basically your body sending in the troops to fight a battle and clean up the mess. Totally necessary. But here's the problem. Our modern lives, with chronic stress, not enough sleep, maybe a poor diet, can totally trick the system. It convinces your body that it's always under attack. This creates this constant low-level inflammation. It's like that internal fire alarm is just ringing 24/7. And here is the crucial connection to your mind. Those inflammatory signals, they don't just stay in your body. They can actually cross the protective barrier around your brain. And once they're inside, they just wreak havoc, damaging cells and messing up the delicate chemical balance that controls your mood. Now, this state of constant inflammation creates a ton of damage through something called oxidative stress. A good way to think about it is like your body's version of rust. It's caused by these unstable molecules called free radicals that ricochet around like pinballs, damaging healthy cells everywhere they go. So, how do we fight back against these little destructive pinballs? Well, meet the heroes of our story, antioxidants. These are the good guys, found in things like fruits and vegetables, rich in vitamins A, C, and E. They basically find a free radical and calm it down by giving it what it needs, stopping the damage in its tracks. Okay, so we've talked about the gut and we've talked about the immune system. But what's the actual physical wire connecting it all to the brain? Well, it's time to meet the main character of this whole story, the vagus nerve. This thing is incredible. The vagus nerve is the longest nerve coming out of the brain, and it wanders all the way down through your body, connecting to your gut, your heart, your lungs, pretty much all the major organs. It's a true information superhighway, and data is flowing both ways, from the brain down, and just as important, from the body back up to the brain. And one of its absolute coolest jobs is managing something called the inflammatory reflex. So check out how this works. Step 1. The vagus nerve is like a sensor, and it detects that inflammation levels are getting too high. Step 2. It sends a little, uh-oh, signal up to the brain. The brain gets the message, and step 3 sends a calm down signal right back down the vagus nerve, this time to the spleen. And finally, step 4, the spleen tells its cells to hit the brakes and stop producing so much inflammation.
It's your body's own built-in fire department. And the efficiency of this whole system is measured by something called vagal tone. Honestly, you can think of it like muscle tone for your nervous system. The higher your vagal tone, the better your body is at chilling out after stress and keeping that inflammation under control. A low vagal tone, well, it just means the system isn't as quick on its feet. Okay, now for the best part. This is not just a system that you're a passenger in. You can actually participate in this conversation. You can actively make choices that improve your gut health, lower inflammation, and yeah, even strengthen your vagal tone.
Let's start with a really big one: sleep. Not getting enough sleep is so much more than just feeling tired. It's directly linked to depression and anxiety. It messes with your memory. It dramatically increases your risk for major health problems. It even makes your skin age faster.
But on the flip side, just look at the incredible power of good sleep. It's like hitting a magic reset button for your entire system. It actively fights that chronic inflammation we talked about. It sharpens your mind. It helps your body physically repair itself. It's honestly one of the most powerful health tools you have. All right, next up, moving your body. Exercise is amazing because it's not just about building muscle. It literally helps your brain grow new cells. It also directly fights inflammation and improves your vagal tone, making that whole mind-body communication network stronger. It's a proven mood booster, plain and simple. And finally, let's bring it full circle right back to where we started, your gut. What you eat is one of the most direct ways you can manage inflammation and support that all-important microbiome. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Just focus on adding more anti-inflammatory foods like fruits, nuts, and greens, and try to cut back on the ultra-processed stuff that can throw that delicate system out of whack.
And I want to give you something you can try, literally right now, to directly improve that vagal tone. It's just simple, deep breathing. Focus on breathing deep into your belly, and then make your exhale just a little bit longer than your inhale. That one simple act directly stimulates your vagus nerve, sending that powerful calm down signal throughout your entire body. You see, this conversation is always happening. Your mood swings, your energy levels, those food cravings, it's not just random noise. They're all messages. They're data. So now that you know a little bit more about the language it's speaking, the only question left is, what is your body trying to tell you?